Hey there, Power Ranger fans, and welcome to another episode of LR4. And this is our 24th episode, and it's entitled A License to Morph,
Oh, shoot! I screwed up.
which, and Love is in the Air, apparently. And this show is about pretty much Power Rangers and us nerds talking about it, pretty much. So, I'm here with my co-host. Introduce yourself.
I'm Richard.
And he's going to fix his tagline. And if you guys are looking right now, it should be showing right now on our showcase side. It shows links to who you should like on Facebook if you guys have Facebook, which I'm surprised that these days and age everybody has a Facebook. One of them is Sandy Selner's official fan page, Morph and Legacy, which congratulations for Morph and Legacy for reaching up to 10,000 likes. Zordon of Eltar, a Power Ranger fan film. Also, make sure you check out their other fan film, Teenagers with Attitude, and David Fielding, Zordon himself. So check out his Facebook as well. So the links are on the side. You should be able to see it. If not, I am so sorry. I will die. You can see more. You can see more. I don't know. Anyway. So, Richard, what have you been doing, man? Anything? What's been going on in your neck of the woods before we get into the topics?
Not much.
Yeah, same here. Okay, that's our boring life for you. Let's move on. That's our interesting life.
Become a go-buster.
Yeah. Did you ever? That reminds me. Did you ever?
I did it last week.
Yeah. Did you ever get the like more Velcro to it or something to fit it to your wrist?
No, I turned around and modified an old strap.
Well, that's cool. That works out great. Okay, so we're going to get on our first topic of the day, which is Legendary Ranger episode rates, and this season is going to be Zeo.
Yeah, I thought you meant O-Ranger. Yeah.
O-Ranger. Oh, well. Sorry for you Sentai fans. I have never actually seen O-Ranger. I've heard of O-Ranger. Who hasn't? Because if you haven't heard of O-Ranger, then you're living under a fucking rock. Anyway.
You're under the age of 15.
Exactly. Parents, cover your kids' ears. All right. We're going to be doing episodes 31 and 34, which is Revolutions of Gold and a Golden Homecoming. Okay, let's go into Revolutions of Gold, okay? This is the episode where we finally reveal who the Gold Ranger is. Now,
sorry, Billy fans.
Yeah, everybody was hoping that it was Billy. And
sorry for the one episode where they led you to believe it was Skull.
Yeah, because he was standing on that, yeah, it was funny, because a lot of people were thinking, wait, is Skull the Gold Ranger? Because out of nowhere, he's standing on the same hill, and here comes Skull walking down, and it's like, how, really?
I think even Bulk started to question it.
Yeah, because he was sitting there going like this. He was like, what the? Is that a ranger?
Go!
He's like this. He's like, I think I just inhaled too much of that dust. It was actually Coke. No.
Come on, it was a children's show.
Yeah.
You know,
we could always mess with their minds, you know. Anyway, we even thought that Jason A. Frank's brother was supposed to be the Gold Ranger, which originally that was the plan. That's what Jason A. Frank told us at the meet and greet, right?
Yeah.
They were originally going to make David
get the Gold Ranger powers.
Get the Gold Ranger powers.
The current Gold Ranger.
Okay, yeah, right. So anyway, we find out that we all know who did the voice of the Gold Ranger. It was Brad Hawkins, Ryan Steele from VR Troopers. And he did and the funny thing is...
He originally casted White Ranger.
Yeah, he was originally going to be the White Ranger, but then a lot of people wanted Jason A. Frank to come back, so they brought him back as the White Ranger, and then he took the spot in VR Troopers. But anyway, what was surprising to me was we already knew that it was the voice of Brad Hawkins. We just didn't know who was underneath the costume. Go to find out it's not Brad Hawkins. It is at first we didn't know who it was. We didn't know who these actors were until later on. We wait, did Brad Hawkins get like a makeover? Now nowhere, like holy shit, there's three of them. He could turn into three. Go to find out, it were these guys, the DeFilippo triplets, Tim, Tommy, and they're still gonna kill me for this. What was the other one's name? There was Tim, Tommy. God, there were three T's. Who's the third T? It's gonna drive me. Ted. 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 I saved myself there. So Brad Hawkins played.
Too late.
Brad Hawkins played all three voices of the Gold Ranger because of certain reasons. I don't know why. But we always thought, oh, here comes Ryan Steele outside the costume. We're going to see him. No, we see these random guys we never even heard of.
Hmm.
But
well, that's probably because Saban, in their infinite wisdom, decided, well, we'll cast a voice, or we already have contract with this guy. He'll do the voice for us, and we're still working on the storyline. And they decided, you know what would be fun? Not just one person being one Ranger, but how about we fit three people into one Ranger suit?
Yeah, that I actually liked that storyline. What did you think of that? Them doing the whole. Yeah,
I like the fact that it was the first time. Of course, it was a lot of firsts back then. That they had a Ranger that they did not know who he was until it was at the point where he was handing power off to somebody else.
Yes, and I haven't came up with what we're going to talk about with Turbo, but we have never known the Phantom.
It was the first alien to have powers that mimicked their current powers based on the same suits. I mean, yeah, we had the Alien Rangers, but they were different suits, different powers pretty much.
Yeah,
although the Zords matched. But,
yeah.
I mean, the fact that the Gold Ranger suit was completely based off the Zeo suits as it is leads you to believe, did Billy have some sort of foreseen knowledge? Because why would he have designed the Zeo suits to match Gold Ranger suit?
Yeah, because the thing is, he never, and the funny thing is, during this whole time, he was saying he's working on something secretively, and they thought that he was the Gold Ranger, because he would just go off out of nowhere. It's like,
well, from what I've read, I can't confirm. It was rumor, but apparently Turbo was supposed to be a longer movie, and it was supposed to be revealed Billy made the turbo powers.
Oh, okay, that might have been.
That's what he was supposedly working on. But with the whole thing with David Jost and leaving the show and all,
yeah, they took that out.
They decided to scrap that idea, shorten the movie, and bring back Kimberly.
It could have been true. Could have been true. Bring back Kimberly and Jason.
Jason was still under contract, I believe.
Yeah. Anyway, so, and then this episode, we were seeing him get the powers, but then when the Rangers, after they're done fighting the Cogs, because Trey has to transfer his powers, the Treys, the Triforians, or we can call them, had to transfer their powers to Billy because they couldn't hold on to them any longer, and they needed another person to hold on to the powers. So they were trying to give it to Billy, but due to the command center's implosion. Yeah, implosion.
He absorbed negative ions, which prevented him from being able to take power.
Exactly, like a magnet, putting two magnets together. Didn't work. So he could not even inherit.
It was a polarization thing.
Yeah, he couldn't even inherit the powers of the Gold Ranger. So there you go.
Wonder, could Billy have really became a Zeo Ranger if he took his shard back from Tanya?
Yeah.
Because think about it, the Gold Ranger powers were emitting the same energy as the Zeo crystal.
Exactly, because he didn't really.
When Billy stated in the beginning of the season, I can always reassume the powers if necessary.
Yeah, he can always resume the Zeo power. Yeah, he should have done. He should have done diagnostics on himself first, but then he's
He
like,
didn't think about it. It was only when trying to take the power that it failed, and that's how he found out.
okay.
I mean, would you run a test on something that you didn't even know about?
That's true. You got a point there. So I would
So it
rate.
does lead to the question: could he have became the Yellow Zeo Ranger if Tanya decided to leave the group? And what was that episode? She was singing. It was a previous episode.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
But,
she was about to become a singer, but she would have had to leave. But then she decided, you know what? I'm not gonna do that because I can't. I have.
Billy would have ended up having to try to take the Yellow Zeo Ranger powers, which would have at least turned around and given them the heads up. Hey, Billy can't be a Ranger anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, it made you wonder if they would have done that, but they didn't. But they didn't do it until the Gold Rangers Revolution,
Right.
Revelations of Gold. That's what the episode
I
was
think it
called.
was an earlier episode.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it was definitely an earlier episode. So the episode. What would you rate that episode before we get into the next one?
Um, honestly, I have to rate them both together. They're
Okay.
pretty much the same episode.
Yeah, they're a continuation. Okay, good
Yeah.
point. So anyway, at the end of that episode, Tommy says, "You know what? I think I found somebody that can do this." And then in your mind, now didn't you think he was thinking his brother?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
the thing is, originally that's who it was supposed to be.
Right. And they
It changed last minute, which means, in my belief, when they filmed the first part, that's who he actually was referring to.
right.
But
And
then the whole thing occurred with his brother, and they did emergency refilming
yeah, that's probably right.
back House in St. John.
Exactly. And that was a big surprise. Was that a big surprise to you?
Oh yeah, because I was completely expecting it to be
David.
David Trueheart.
Yeah, David Truenhart. And it was but
It was originally supposed to be.
yeah, which
And
David Truenhart's real name is Eric Frank.
yeah.
Yeah. And when I saw Austin St. John show up, that was like I was like, dude, he's back. I was like,
Yeah.
whoa.
But I think that's the main reason he came back is,
That's very true.
and in all honesty, it may have been Jason David Frank who got him to come back.
That's,
I honestly don't know. Don't hold me to it. I'm just speculating.
yeah, that's a speculation of this. We don't know,
Yeah.
but it was
But that would
interesting.
definitely be something to ask.
But it makes you wonder if you went. But
I would ask both just to turn around and see what each one says.
so Tommy went to Switzerland to get you. Man, did he have a good walk?
Well,
Because maybe he was in Angel Grove already.
he could have been on his way back.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that they were crossing through the desert and Tommy couldn't teleport because apparently now the teleportation was tied to Zeo Crystal instead of Command Center.
Well, it was probably
Yeah,
I think
smart
it was-
idea.
No, I
Thank
think
you, Billy.
the power of the Zeo crystal. They were trying to
You
use
were
it.
using the Zeo Crystal to try to keep the powers of the Gold Ranger from dissipating.
Yeah, fresh.
But
You know,
the
keep
thing
it
is,
fresh.
in the old days, it was the communicators tapping into the command center's ability to teleport.
Right.
Why the hell would the Zeo Crystal matter
I
in the
think
teleportation?
they probably were using part of the power chamber as well. Something because they were trying to use energy from the teleportation as well.
But the thing is, the command center has been destroyed, thanks to Tommy.
Thanks to
Well, he went in, he ripped the command center apart, when he was the evil Green Ranger.
I love how you said it's all Tommy's fault.
Oh, no, wait, they had to use Strad bug then.
Yeah.
Until Billy got teleportation back online.
Yeah,
which was part of the command center. But the command center was still down, Zordon was still gone, and Alpha was still glitchy.
yeah.
And they still could teleport.
Before we go into this,
no, wait.
It makes you wonder what happened.
The entire time they did use the rat bug. I have to go watch Green with Evil again.
Yeah, they did use the rat bug.
I'm pretty sure they did use the rat bug the entire time. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, they did. They did during that whole saga.
Okay, maybe. But I mean, the command center was down.
You know what's funny though? They never used the rat bug in Zeo. It makes you wonder what happened. Did you finally scrap it? It's like the Volkswagen.
Well, they didn't use it too much after that point. It was mainly first season.
Yeah, just
I think they used it twice afterwards, but the main reason is footage.
Yeah, just like Zach, Zach not having Angela anymore.
Yeah.
So it's like that situation.
We should ask David Jost, whatever happened to the rat bug?
He's going to Lexicon. That's a good question to ask. Whatever happened to the rat bug? Did you scrap it? Did you upgrade?
Traded it in for the remote control car that he was going to give to charity.
Yeah, that would have been interesting. Okay.
In Graduation Blues.
This is
I know we got off topic.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. Just to let you know, guys, I'm adding more links as we go along. The cast members of Dino Charge.
Yes, because the links that we had before were not enough.
Yeah. Hey, you gotta. Hey, I want to help them out. You gotta give them shout outs. So hey, there you go. Gotta show the love to the Power Rangers.
Dino Charge.
Dino Charge. That's it. Just Dino Charge. Anyway, back to what I was gonna say was, so this episode.
Oh wait, that's cool.
Richard, you were about to do the dance, weren't you?
I was.
He was about to break out his samba moves for you people.
Kind of hard to do while sitting in a chair, but
yeah,
I'm sure we'd figure something out eventually.
And this is the episode.
5 years later, we're still trying.
This is the episode where they debuted the Super Zeozords.
Yeah, that Zordon thought was lost. It's like, wait. You knew about Super Zeo?
Yeah.
Zords?
You've had the Super Zeo gems. You've had these for years. We thought they were lost forever. This is a great gift.
I thought they were lost.
Hey, boo-boo, we thought they were lost.
Apparently, I, Zordon, master of all knowledge of the universe, who knew about the alien rangers
and this was
everything, apparently doesn't know everything.
He forgot to mention that. He's like, oh, well, oops.
I knew about Rita's monsters. I know information about the Machine Empire.
But that I had no idea what those were.
Vast knowledge, and apparently I did not know 5 gems survived. That looked like old power coins that could have fit into the old Morpher.
Yeah, they kind of did look like them, didn't they?
Right, grab those Morphers, let's morph!
Now the funny thing is,
imagine that would have been funny.
The funny thing is, the Zeo,
that would have been a good way to bring in the Zeozords instead of using the Golden Power Staff to re-energize the crystals.
That would have been smart.
Rangers, open the display cases. Grab your old Morphers.
That would have been interesting.
Use them to summon the Zeozord, the Super Zeozords.
Now, they did not use the Super Zeo Megazord in that episode, did they? They was just
because Billy still needed one part from a previous Megazord, which happened to go to a junkyard, in order to complete the transformation to the Super Zeo Megazord. So it's like...
so apparently the whole time
what part from the Thunder Megazord did you need? Because that's the only one that was physically destroyed. The Dinozords were thrown into a crack in the earth, so in San Andreas Fault, that Lord Zed and Rita kept opening up.
I just thought it was funny that
their powers transferred over, so the Zords would have been destroyed, but their power survived in the Thunder Zords. The Thunder Zords were physically destroyed. The Ninja Zords were returned to the temple when time reversed. But the Rangers apparently held on to those coins. Wait. Zords go back to Temple. They keep the coins. Interesting. Shogun Megazord was never destroyed. It was just abandoned. So probably put back where Zed found it. And the Zeozords were still operational, so the part that Billy had to find had to have been from the Thunder Megazord. Which means the Super Zeo Megazord was only possible thanks to Rito.
Ah, okay.
If Rito had never destroyed the Thunder Megazord, the Super Zeo Megazord would never have been.
That's a big possibility.
Who would have thought Rito would have helped the Rangers?
So, what would you rate these 2 episodes? Personally,
honestly, I'd have to give it a 9. Okay. And the only reason for that is because of the lead on with Billy.
Yes.
If it weren't for that, it would have been a 10.
They were being
I would have loved to see Billy become Gold Zeo.
They were giving us a big...
Actually, one of my favorite Rangers.
They were being a big tease, a big power tease.
I'm just saying that because David Jost might be watching, if all likelihood. That would be interesting. Get a comment in the comment section where it says, David Jost. Sweet!
David Yost. Hell yes. Hell yeah.
There you go. There you go.
So anyway, I agree with him, but I still give it a 10 because we got the reveal of the Gold Ranger. We got Austin St. John back as Jason, so that was good. I like that, so I give it a 10. Now the next topic is Bandai's unreleased Power Ranger toys. Now these are toys that were released in the Sentai series and not released in America. Let me start off with the Sentais. The Solaris Knights Magilamp from Magic Shine's Magilamp that had the laser, the laser lamp.
The lamp that Jenny came out of.
Yeah, Genji, yeah. They never released that in America.
I wonder why.
They should have released that. That would have been awesome. I would have loved that.
It could have been tied to Magic. Well, the entire season was, but Magical Genie, and they didn't want kids apparently thinking that they could make 3 wishes. I don't know.
What else was there that they could
release? Get the 3 wishes
part the Spiral Saber, which they were going to release, but they never released it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a freaking ad for it on those little catalog booklets you got in your in the box with the Power Rangers in space toys and everything, and they did not release it. Yeah, we're gonna release it. Not. What? I'm like, why? We want this. This is freaking awesome.
Because it wasn't needed for the blaster, and therefore it got scrapped.
Yeah, but they could have still used it in booster mode. They could have done something with that. That would have been awesome.
Yeah, but you know how it is. If it don't go with the blaster, it doesn't get released.
Thanks, Bandai. No, just kidding. Bandai, we love you. Let's get a Legacy Spiral Saber, okay? Come on.
Could you imagine?
That thing would be long as hell.
Big old thing.
That thing would be long as hell. I can tell you that right now. That would be. If we
when you hold it in your hand at your waist, you'd have to have it go down to almost your ankle.
That would be long.
You need a massive Spiral Saber. You also need the Legacy Astra Blaster.
Exactly. Let's see. What else is there that they did release this, but it wasn't in America. They did not release the RPM Skyshift Blazer that came with the Sky Morpher and the Cloud Hatchet.
Yeah, they didn't even release the Cloud Hatchet.
The Cloud Hatchet came with. Actually, they were originally going to have it come with the Morpher. It was going to come in as a set, but they never released it in America. It was only released. They
didn't even release the Morpher.
I know. They released both of those together in the UK. Because originally they had it advertised, but they did not release it in the
Because I
U.S.
remember looking for it. I wanted it.
Yeah, so did
I
I.
saw the Japanese version, and then they said, "Oh, guess what? Guess what we're releasing?" It's like,
Oh, we're gonna release this somewhere else. Kind of like the Lorne figure. UK got it, we didn't. Yeah.
great.
Yes, we love you,
No offense,
Danielle. No
but
offense to Danielle. Bandai.
damn, Bandai UK.
Yes. No, we want
When I
that.
learn
You
how
guys
to
get
freeze
the
time, you will be the first victim.
stuff.
You will be missing 3 items,
Yeah. Okay.
maybe
Um,
4. I don't know.
now,
We'll see.
what
Keep
else?
going.
I'm trying to think of what else they did not release. There's some other ones too I had. I know those were the ones I wanted to mention. Can't
Yeah.
remember. That's all I could think about right now.
Let's see.
I know that. Wait, hold on. The Time Force Electro Booster. We never got that.
No.
They did have something for that in the Japan series, right? I think they released that in Japan.
They may have. It may not have been separable, but I think they did have a version of the um, time sword with it on there. It
Yeah, they,
may not have been removable, but
yeah, that's
I don't
very
know.
true. I just can't remember what else has been released. Um,
But
anyway,
no, in the Japanese, they had everything.
yeah.
Those
Okay.
kids were spoiled. We got left in the dark.
Okay, upcoming
I'm
conventions.
moving.
Upcoming conventions. We got what's coming up in November. Ranger Stop, which is November. What date? Let me you know what. Let me put Ranger Stop on here. Put the link on here so you guys can go to that. If you have not got your tickets for that, I would go, but I'm already planning to go to Lexington Comic and Toy Convention, which me and Richard are planning to go to. I'm getting my ticket. He's hoping to go too, because he's got a new, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It keeps going me to the link with the friends. I'm looking for the actual convention. You know what? That might be why. Got it. That would have been better. Okay, so Ranger Stop is a small edition about it's like Power Morphicon. But
Only.
it's based in Florida, so it's a smaller.
Damn Floridians, you get all the good stuff. Just like Japan.
So let's see, it's November 7th through the 9th this year, and the tickets should be still available. The 3-day pass is still available. 50 at the door, 40 for 3 days. Blah blah blah. Okay. Yeah. So the tickets should be available, and who's going is Austin St. John, of course. Walter Emmanuel Jones, David Yost, Karen Ashley, Catherine Sutherland, Steve Cardenas, Nakia Baris, Blake Foster, Hillary Shepard, Diva Talks, of course, Jason Font, Aaron Cahill, Michael Copon, and Allison McInnes, and 2 actresses from Gem and the Holograms. I'm just announcing Power Rangers here, folks. Come on.
Wait, what?
2 actresses from that show, Gem and the Holograms. Does that sound familiar?
No, I never even heard of it.
Yeah. Hold on a sec. Just get me a pepperoni and sausage, 4 cheese calzone. Sorry, I'm giving my order to my sister for La Rose's. Because dinner time. Sorry, people. They're like, now I'm hungry for a freaking calzone. Thank you. All right, so yep, just go to that link I just posted. It'll have everything. It'll give you the website and everything. It's in Orlando, Florida, so go there. Lexington is coming up in if you guys want to meet more Power Ranger cast members, they're going to be coming to Lexington as well. I know Catherine Sutherland's going to be there. Karen Ashley is definitely going to be there. Austin St. John. If you guys didn't meet him at Power Morphicon, you should definitely go to Ranger Stop or Lexington. And then come see us. We'll get you. I still haven't released the Days of Power because I got the tapes back. We got the wiring for it, but for some reason it is not syncing up to my iMovie. So we're working on it. I promise it's gonna be released this fall. I'm gonna work on it. I promise. And Richard's like, he's lying. Don't believe him.
Huh?
Yeah. I said, Rich, you're like, don't believe him. It's not going to get released. He's lying to you. Get your money back.
Sure.
Sure, why not? Anyway.
What he says.
So, yeah, go to those, March, let's see. It's March 13th through the 15th in Lexington Comic and Toy Convention. So the tickets go on sale. Actually, the VIP tickets go on sale this Wednesday. So make sure you guys, at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, whatever time you guys are, if you're planning to come to Lexington. So just make sure you guys get those, because I want to make sure I'm going to get mine too. But wait until I get mine, then I can say it's okay for you guys. Anyway, moving on to the next topic. Now this is a question, autographs or toys. Now, Richard, I'm going to ask you a question. This is for you, mainly. How much money did you spend most on, autographs or toys, at Power Morphicon, or convention-wise? Whether it's
probably toys.
Toys. I believe it. I believe it.
Although I have to say, at Power Morphicon, it was probably a 50-50 split.
That's very true. But
only because it confined space for luggage, which I thought I almost succeeded.
You know what? You got.
But the good thing is, I know how to pack.
You actually brought.
I turn around, open things like this, went into boxes with other things. I turn around. I had. That cards. I had morphers. I had other stuff shoved into boxes with toys that came with boxes, and like the Mobirate I bought didn't just have the 3 keys it came with and the Mobirate. No, it had all the other Ranger keys. It had the Astro Morpher I had taken with me because I was going to get it autographed, but ran out of money.
Yeah, this is what.
And had some other stuff in there.
This is what I came back with: the keys, the Power Morphicon exclusive keys, the key that he gave me, the keys that we got when we stood in line to meet the Super Megaforce.
Yep.
Cast. And the keys I bought off of Derek, our other co-host. Thank you, Derek. Because he picked them up for me. And the keys that I bought from Power Morphicon, which were the white, green, and red armored Ranger keys. So, yep, those are the keys I bought. So that's all I pretty much.
Way overpriced, by the way. So when you're buying keys that are for the U.S. version, expect to pay more at conventions.
Yes.
And then a month and a half after the convention, expect to find those keys with extraordinary number for regular price.
I have yet.
Because shortly after he bought those, before we went, could not find them anywhere. I found me one pack, and I couldn't find any others. No matter where I went, Target, Toys R Us, Walmart. Turn around, get back. About a month and a half later, I'm walking through Target. I said, you know what? Let me get to the toy section.
Just for shits and giggles. Why not?
There were 3 sitting there on the shelf.
But you know what? I'm happy that I got mine. That's all I can say. But still, I spent $35, and I could have spent $8.99 for those ones. So I
They
spent.
saw you coming.
I just didn't. I don't like this. You know what? I don't want to have to lose.
The guy that sold them probably knew that after the convention they were going to become more frequent.
Yeah, probably. It's like, well, you know what? We know somebody's gonna want these. There he is.
And when I saw the other 2 packs of keys he had, I thought he had picked them up from the same vendor and spent $35 on each. And
Oh, you mean the Dino Thunder and the Alien?
yeah,
No, I got those off of Derek.
yeah. Which is a good thing.
God.
Because the guy who was selling the other sets, 25 and 30.
Yeah, I mean, I spent like.
Nate got the most expensive one.
Yeah, I still spent $20 on the ones that Derek picked me up on those.
But that was for 2 sets.
Yeah, that was for 2 sets.
Still a lot better than the 35 for one.
True. And I still have yet to find. I know a lot of people are saying, why do you want to get the Silver Morpher? Because it's part of Super Megaforce, and I'd rather not try to get the Japanese version because that's probably still pricey, and I don't have that kind of money. I rather.
I'm gonna try to get it from Lexington. So maybe we'll go.
Oh, the Japanese version.
Because you know how the vendors are. They sell the Japanese stuff.
Oh yeah.
They sell the good shit.
What else?
No offense, but to Power Ranger fans, but the Super Sentai toys are better quality.
They are better quality, but they're
because
a lot.
The Samurai Zords for this Super Sentai all fold in 2 shapes.
Yes.
Not just Pink Samurai here.
I would have gotten the Shinkano, the one they released, the imported released.
Yeah, that was too much.
Just too much money. Couldn't do it. I was like, you know what? I've already got the Zords for this. It doesn't matter. I would have only gotten them just to fold them into their origami form.
I mean, in all honesty, since I already have it, that's all it would be good for.
Yeah.
Because it don't combine with the Go Buster. Don't combine.
It's not a Zord builder.
English.
It's not a Zord builder thing. They don't do that Zord builder thing.
Exactly.
Which is really.
I still want Dragon Zord. And I want Tiger Zord.
Yes, I want Tiger Zord.
I want Tiger Zord big time because Dino Tiger Zord.
Yes. But
Mastodon.
I still. The thing that drives me. Oh, speaking of the keys, this is not on the topic list. I should have added this, but I'm going to talk about it anyway because we always do this anyway. What I read on Ranger Crew, they're saying that the next set of keys that they're coming out with, the fall set, apparently what Ranger Crew says, what it sounds like, it doesn't sound like they will be releasing them at Target, Walmart, or Toys R Us. That's what it sounds like.
I have to start going to the 7-Eleven.
Yeah. I think the 7-Eleven thing's over with. I think my thing is it's probably going to be Walgreens or CVS, or it might be sold on Amazon.
Buyers. That evil corporation.
I hope.
Hopefully, do not support minors in any way.
Yeah, hopefully that's the case, and we do get them. Not the case, we do get them in Target, Toys R Us, and Walmart. But if it's on Amazon and it's the same price,
Target World.
Yeah, if it's the same price.
Oh wait, that's a different company.
If it's the same price on Amazon as it is in the stores, then yes, that'll be fine. I mean, I'm still looking for the Silver Ranger Morpher. Nowhere to be found. Super Silver Spear. Nowhere to be found. Super Mega Cannon. Easy to find. Haven't got it yet, but I'm going to get it when I
want Samurai Zord.
Yes! No, the Ninja Zord.
Ninja Zord.
That's
whatever.
Right. Ninja Zord. Or Mini Zord.
Yeah, it's a remake of the Mini Zord that breaks apart in a different way to turn around and combine with Legendary Megazord.
Become the legendary.
Apparently can't plan ahead of time.
Yes. So anyway,
weird.
Anyway, you know.
Which, by the way, it does not pop out in one of those little power spears.
Yes.
becomes through Vortex like T-Rex.
Oh yeah. Well, a cloud.
Yeah, well,
Storm
close
cloud.
enough.
Yeah.
Close enough.
They were, and
Interdimensional cloud.
until we get more information, they said they're announcing the keys soon. So hopefully they'll tell us what retailers you can get them through. So we'll find out sooner than later. We'll share it once they announce it. Hopefully it's not the case. Hopefully they will sell them at Walmart and Toys R Us and Target. But if it ends up being a product we can only find like at CVS or Walgreens, then it might as well just be that, or online, then go for that.
CVS and Walgreens would probably overcharge for them.
That's ridiculous.
And the reason I say that is a standard little figure at Walmart here costs like Toys R Us price instead of Walmart and Target price.
So anyway, what else is there? Oh, the New York Comic Con was this weekend. Derek, I wish Derek would. I mean, Derek.
Yeah, Kentucky Con this weekend too.
I did not know that. Bandai was there, and they revealed not only we already knew that we were getting all six Rangers from the Legacy movie line for Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie. But we're getting Ivan Ooze. We are getting an Ivan Ooze figure.
Yes! That one I will pay the $20 for.
We are, and I saw that
and I'm based on the Armor Red, the Green, and Lord Zed so far.
Yeah, I don't know. I want them, but it's just that I don't collect figures.
I mean, they're nice. It's just Ivan Ooze.
I love
Ivan Ooze.
The reason I like these figures because back then all we had were the metallic armored looking figures. That's what I call them.
Metallic armored. They weren't metallic. They were shiny.
I'm just calling them the metallic armor figures because that's what they pretty much were to me.
All they did was put a shine coat on them.
That's all they were to me was just the shine coat looking movie figures. Did
you know that they had two versions of those figures released?
They did.
The movie figures.
They did?
The regular ones that were just figures, and automorphing ones.
Oh, yes, I remember that. Now I remember. Yes, okay. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I remember that.
I never could find the automorphing ones.
Well, you could always find the other ones.
I mean, the other ones were out there. I think the automorphing ones were like exclusive figures that came one per case or something, and you had to go to other stores to find them.
They came with a power coin, too.
Yeah, they were packaged like the regular movie figures. They just were more rare. Or they were East Coast instead of West Coast or something. I don't know.
I think it'd be awesome if they added a henchman to the movie figures. Movie legacies. But
a Tango Warrior.
Tango Warrior and Oozeman.
No. Yeah, Oozeman, but you know what would even be better?
2 set. Go ahead.
You know what would be even better?
What? What? We heard.
That pig guy.
Morden. Yeah, we actually did have a Morden figure, though. But that'd be cool.
Did?
Yeah, back then we did.
Oh, I did not know that.
But I think we did. I'll have to look that up sometime. But maybe they could do that.
In that movie, it was supposed to be a little bit longer, and that little pig dude was supposed to be Goldar's cousin.
Once removed. I can see why. He was a pig. They ate him. We don't want
Yeah, he was there. Yeah, he was supposed to be there for the summer.
Yeah, and then they took him back. Goldar looked hungry. We don't want him.
Because apparently, evil monsters have cousins who visit for the summer.
Yeah, it's kind of
funny. Where do they go for the rest of the year? And how the hell do they know it's summer?
Let's talk about this. Master Vile.
Which summer?
Master Vile gave
Earth seasons or some other planet seasons?
Master Vile. Okay, let's talk about him. Master Vile gave birth.
I want a figure of him.
Yeah, I just don't understand how.
We had one. I know that. My cousin
Yeah, it
had
was like a big bulked. It was one of those 12-inch ones, 12-inch figures.
no.
Yeah, it
He
was.
had one that was the same size as the regular figures.
Oh, they had that as that one of those. I did not know that.
Yeah.
I know that they had the 12-inch.
I did not know that they had the 12-inch. I want
I
that
think
more now.
I think they did have something like that. Just
I,
look it up. I'm sure they do. I'm sure they
I would
had
want
something
that
like
now.
that.
I'm gonna have to find a Master Vile figure.
So also what I would love
I
if
got
they could
that,
do this,
and I need Master Vile.
if they could do this with the legacy movie lines, I would have loved if they released the pterodactyl whip, pterodactyl thunder whip, and the the stega.
No, it's Tricera.
No, it was called this stega stinger. That's what it was called.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
the
went
little,
Sega.
yeah, because she had originally they were going to call it the Raptor ribbon, but then they went with
Pterodactyl Thunder Whip. I could have sworn Billy's was Tricera, but he may have gone Stega.
God, my sister is so ridiculous. Love you, Alyssa.
And like how Walter was saying at his thing here in Cincinnati, the movie was originally supposed to be for the original cast as a reward for such a popular show, and it was supposed to originally be 3 movies.
Ah, yeah, okay. Well, we better move this along very quick. So we're gonna move on to the next topic. They leaked the names of the Dino Charge Ranger cast.
Thank you, accidents.
Yes, thank you, Camille, for that accident. We really appreciate that. That was great. So they did change the
Probably
name.
got fired.
No, she wouldn't get fired. It was bound to happen sooner or later. So
Yeah, but people who accidentally release things ahead of time tend to have to pay a consequence. 9 times out of 10, they get fired.
I don't want her to get fired. We love you, Camille, though.
Yeah, well, it would be weird to fire a ranger, right?
Yeah, yeah, that would be bad.
Before the start of the series.
Okay. Very.
They first time in a long time that they've replaced a cast member.
True. True. All right. We're gonna get into the next topic. The names for them. We're gonna just go ahead and get into the topic very quick because my sister wants me to get our food. Just anyway. Dino Charge Red's name is Tyler. Dino Charge Blue's still Coda. Dino Charge Green is Riley. Dino Charge Pink is Shelby. And Dino Charge Black is going to be Chase. So the only 2 that they changed was Lucas and Ryan to Tyler and Riley. So
Ryan, Riley, it's close.
I like how they changed it. It's great. Now, we don't know what they're going to change Kira to. Maybe it's going to be Kayla. And hopefully they keep Matt and Ivan as Gray and Gold. That'd be cool names. Even though Ivan Ooze was a villain, they can still have Ivan as a ranger.
Hey, Ivan's gone full circle. Just like Astronema and Crone.
Yes. All right, and now we're in our last...
Can you imagine that if it's actually revealed that Ivan is Ivan Ooze?
That would have been interesting. That'd be interesting. Okay, now we're in our final topic. Very quick, we gotta dash this out of there. Super Megaforce episode rates, episode 14. Talking about in the driver's seat. Now, this episode entails that the Rangers have to go to Corinth, which is still around, and Professor Cog is still around. That's the thing that drives me nuts. Okay, Professor Cog.
Did you notice the footage though that they were using for Corinth? That actually was Super Sentai footage.
Yes, exactly.
Of Engine World.
Of the machine, the machine engine world or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. That was not the actual Corinth. That was the world where the Goongers came from.
I'm taking you guys on a ride
Where
right now.
Goonger powers came from. But it's interesting that they decided to use that for Corinth to show that after 2 years of being a desert-like area,
Right.
Corinth built up to become a futuristic city
Right.
with neon lights.
Yes, they went neon. I'm in a
Yes.
different setting right now, guys. So I got to get the pizza when it gets here.
And then, so with that, I think it was a interesting choice, and the fact that the Rangers spent time without their helmets on, real nice. The fact that they didn't include any of the RPM Rangers, actors, I think was a missed opportunity.
Yes, it was.
I mean, think about it. If they have the Turbo Falcon Zord to be able to use in American-made footage, why not turn around and create your own scene where the RPM Rangers are suited up trying to stop this Zord from ravaging their neat, futuristic city? Where were the RPM Rangers?
Exactly.
They let Corinth down. They let this Zord go wild on the streets, which is another thing. Where were the other people?
Exactly. They were hiding.
Notice the vast emptiness of the city. I mean, you have giant vehicle racing through the city, and you don't even have police helicopters trying to track it.
Apparently not. Now let me mention this, okay?
Rules that
It drives me nuts. I mean, the one thing, okay, well, I don't know if it drives me nuts, but it's weird because Professor Cog was destroyed in the Samurai Clash of the Red Rangers movie. Maybe he escaped just in time.
Hey, wouldn't it be the first time a monster came back after being destroyed?
True.
Look at Darkonda.
True.
Maybe Professor Cog was able to download himself into a grinder and had that grinder rebuild a body.
That's probably true. There you go. Logical explanation.
I mean, look what Venjix did.
Yeah.
He downloaded himself into new bodies all the time. Who's to say Professor Cog's actually destroyed?
Yeah, that was.
Oh, wait. It was mentioned that when they started fighting him at the end, that he was the last one left, and he's like, well, that's all I need. So I think that kind of means that he might actually be destroyed this time.
Yeah, this time. He's gone. Bye-bye. But it's cool that they actually use the same voice actor to do Professor Cog again.
Oh, yeah.
And
back on Earth.
Yes.
Undetected.
Undetected.
Oh,
my favorite
Rangers. Because obviously I know that they now have a pirate ship instead of folding Zords.
I love, this is funny. My favorite parts are when the Rangers are using that bullhorn to get the attention of the Turbo Falcon Zord. Don't say it meanly. Hey, yo, you! Stop! and then
the Zord turns around.
And then out of nowhere you hear Emma's like this, like, here, say it sweetly. Come on, Turbo Falcon Zord.
Calling it like it's a dog.
Come on, Turbo. And then next thing you know, you have this. You have and then Gio's like, hey, car, pull over. And then it's like he's like, screw you. Later, he's like, did that car?
He's like, did that Zord just turn his back to me?
I love that part. That was funny.
And then she hollered into the blowhorn to Troy to get that Zord.
Troy, get that Zord. It's like, we can hear it. It's like, no problem.
It's like they had no problem talking to Troy being up there without the blowhorn.
True.
And then all of a sudden, Gia needed the blowhorn to talk to Troy.
This is funny, though. You notice that when they were calling on the skyship, only the main 5 Rangers grabbed onto those ropes.
Yeah.
And where's Orion? Where's Orion? Ryan's already on there. He's like this. He's like, oh, you guys need to use that? I was already here. Yeah.
I can just materialize wherever I need to be.
And then my favorite part was the beginning was with the tractor.
Uh-huh.
The tractor stops, and then the monster's like, okay, just don't hurt me. And then at the end, here come the Rangers, like, hey, oh, not again.
Hey, for a monster who hates humanity, he sure must have liked this human because this human escaped without a scratch.
I noticed that, yeah, he didn't get hurt or
He
nothing.
escaped so much without a scratch, he was wearing the same outfit at the end that he wore in the beginning.
Yeah, but what a surprise. That's like the Power Rangers.
And the outfit was undamaged.
And I love the part where
I think it was a little cleaner.
And this was the greatest, one of my other favorite parts in there too, when Jake steps in the mud, and he says, "Oh my God, these are new shoes." I'm like, "No, they're not. You've been wearing them the whole time." Don't
Maybe what that means is Super Samurai has been taking place within like the same couple of days.
Maybe that's probably maybe, but it was funny though. I love that. And then it's like this. We should call you the Brown Ranger.
Yeah, his new nickname should be the Brown Ranger.
But and also I love how they had to reuse the same footage where the Turbo Falcon Zord's helping the Rangers get out of there. But then when the Turbo Falcon Zord is trying to get out of the portal itself, you still see the skyship in the background, the Gokai Galleon, because they reuse that footage over again. And like this, I'm like, the Ranger's not even in the dimension anymore.
Yeah, but here's
you know.
something else. When the Rangers were hopping out of the Turbo Falcon, where the portal was, so that Turbo Falcon could go back to Corinth, did you notice on the close-up of the tire, ENTAI?
I did not notice.
They were using the Super Sentai prop. Because it had Go-Onger on the bottom, and all you were missing was the S from Sentai.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't catch.
Instead of coming up with their own prop, they had it shipped over from Japan. I guess over to New Zealand, but
or the
so probably less expensive than shipping it here, but.
Still. You know I just love how they say they're saying that it's like, and you know what I just realized, and the car's gone and the city's that way. It's like, I guess we gotta have to walk. It's like
how do we get back to the city?
Get on the skyship. Just make sure you're in your Ranger suits.
And then you see the guy on the tractor come by. He's like, I'm not falling for this again!
I love that scene.
It's like, wait.
That's one of my favorites.
Because a monster turned around and scared you, you're going to leave 6 teenagers, well, 5 teenagers and an alien, stranded.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know exactly how old Orion is, so we can't exactly say he's a teenager, but at the same time, we can't say he isn't. He's an alien.
Well, he worked in a rock quarry, so it makes you wonder.
Yeah.
Heck, he could have been.
But then again, we don't know how other worlds are.
True.
Maybe you work in the rock quarry while you're a teenager, and that's your education on Orion's planet.
Yeah, this is how you work on. This is what you do. You hit a rock and then you find a morpher. What? But
I have to admit, I find it funny that Orion decides that. Well, actually, I'll wait for that episode.
Okay. Now, what would you rate this episode?
Honestly, I'd have to give it a 10 because it reminded me of the Super Sentai. So, yeah.
I'd give it a 10 too because it was really funny. It was really good. I love that I just love the humor of it, and we got to see the Turbo Falcon Zord.
Well, there is one thing the show missed out the opportunity of.
What? Let's hear it.
A product placement.
Oh, I was gonna say that
for the Turbo Falcon Megazord.
That's what I was gonna say too. Yeah. Because when Bandai was talking to us, you'll see in the first episode, he did mention that maybe that like well,
Well, we asked it, why you guys give it a Megazord mode? He said, well, you'll have to stay tuned.
okay, oh, maybe he meant the ultimate legendary Megazord, not the Turbo Falcon Zord. Maybe that's what he.
It could have been.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we asked about the Turbo Falcon Zord itself, so.
Yeah. So.
It,
But anyway.
why it got a third mode.
Yeah, but before we sign off here, what do you think of the new names of the two other Ranger cast members? You know, the red and the blue and the green.
Whatever.
Yeah, we finally got different names for them.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. I'm glad we got instead of reusing Lucas and Ryan. You know.
I mean, I have to admit though, if anyone has any problems with names of the Rangers, there's so many better things to nitpick over.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true.
Especially missed opportunities. You know, like the RPM Rangers coming in, trying to help the Super Megaforce Rangers get control of the Turbo Falcon.
Yeah.
The complete lack of citizens of Corinth. The fact that Corinth apparently does not have a police department. Otherwise Turbo Falcon probably would have at least had cop cars following it with their sirens on. Yeah. Helicopters in the air trying to keep track of it.
Yeah, let's
hey, Dr. K.
Yes, where was she?
Exactly. Turbo Falcon got loose. We sent out the distress signal.
Dr. K, where were you at that point? She was busy going on a date with Ziggy. They got married.
Well, yeah, but
they were
that would be more of a reason for her to be there.
That also,
especially if the RPM Rangers were.
You know what? They were on their honeymoon at that time. They didn't know what was going on. They were both on their honeymoon at the time.
Yeah, but then where's the other 6 RPM Rangers?
They're just like,
it would have been fun to see Orion with Gem and Gemma.
Yeah. And can you imagine them doing that, saying the sentence to themselves? Wow, you can morph in to our colors?
Oh, isn't it? Oh, that would have been even better. A legendary morph into RPM mode, gold and silver.
That's what they did.
Did you see him standing there in the split suit next to them in their suits?
That would have been funny, though.
I mean, come on. If you're already going to make American-made footage, have fun with it.
I had fun seeing that part when they did that, when he put the helmets, because that's from the Japanese series, too. I love that part. And I just love how Professor Cog gets worried. Oh, no, RPM Rangers. It's like, dude, they can't just turn into the RPM Rangers. There's more. So if you think they were just worried about those guys, wait till if they ever pull out more. But this was an RPM focused tribute episode.
But, I mean, that was also a missed opportunity because Professor Cog didn't just fight RPM Rangers or RPM Red. He fought Samurai. We could have had a Samurai transformation in the episode.
That would have been funny. Then he would say, "Oh man, not this again. Now the Samurai. Great, I'm screwed."
Samurai Rangers too.
I love when Vicar and Lavera and then the Grinders and the X-Borgs are fighting against each other.
The Armada fought Professor Cog. Take it over the house is my job.
Yeah, and I also love my favorite part was like this. Hey, Demaros, Argus, come over here with this plan that Lavera has a plan that I came up with. I'm like, oh my god.
And then when the Grinders attack after that, and after the transformation to RPM, you see one of the X-Borgs come up, put his arm on Professor Cog,
I guess excuse me, do you say
yes, you too!
He's like this, yes, you go help out as well. Since your cowardly group left. You know what, you're with me. Go. But
It almost seems like the X-Borgs have more courage and conviction than the Prince.
yeah, but you gotta love him. You gotta love his character because he's so hilariously.
You know,
I just love.
if
I
they
don't know.
weren't using the Sentai footage for the RAF, not the RAF, All Hail Prince Vector,
The car.
it's his Zord and everything,
Yeah.
and the car or whatever his name is. You know, the whiny little bastard. Um,
He's a prince.
I
So
could literally see the X-Borgs trying to overthrow the Prince.
yeah, I think the reason they did that is because he's a prince, and they wanted to match the footage of him
Oh
complaining.
yeah, I
Yeah.
understand that.
And then he's a
I
prince,
think
and yeah.
the attempted overthrow by the minions, the henchmen, the foot soldiers, would have been more funny. Could you imagine the X-Borgs just coming on in and trying to take him? Because at that point,
He'd be hiding behind Lavera and
but
Damaros.
even if the Prince won, who's the foot soldiers? That would have been the perfect opportunity to introduce the red ones.
That would be true. That'd be true.
Yeah, they'll have them in the end, but
Yeah.
They could have also brought back the Loogies, which
Yes.
frankly is a stupid name for them. But just think they could have done so much more.
They probably came up
I know we're talking future episodes.
Yeah. You know what? I think the reason.
Sorry, we should have said that beforehand.
That's okay. The reason they probably came up with Loogies in there is because
they were green suits. And
that
kids and boogers.
That and also since it was the 20th anniversary, they were playing homage to putties, Loogies, putties. That's probably why they did that.
Yeah. It could have been.
Could have been because
greenies.
Greenies. They called. I guess the Moogers because they were just like fish. I don't even know what is a. I mean, a Mooger is a. Is that even a real fish? I'm curious now. I want to look up Mooger and see what it comes up with. And if it just comes with Power Rangers, like, okay, then it's just a made-up name. That's gonna
probably just made up.
And then if it's a real fish, a Mooger is a real fish, I'm gonna laugh. I'm like, oh my god, so they did make a villain into a fish. It's great.
Hey, wouldn't it be the first time they made a fish into a villain?
True. Piranha's Head.
Piranha's Head!
And Goofish.
And that wasn't even the first, but it was the first one to actually turn around and be successful!
Yes. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. This will be pre-recorded. This is pre-recorded, of course. It's live, and also for anybody that has not watched this episode, you can go back and watch it again. On the side, we have our links, links to where you can check out. Make sure to check out Sandy Selner's Facebook fan page, Morphin Legacy's Facebook page, Zordon of Eltar. Power Ranger Fan Film Facebook page, David Fielding's Facebook page, and all the cast members of Dino Charge, their Facebook page. And then make sure you check out RangerStop.com's Facebook page and Lexington Comic and Toy Convention. I will be doing this again with more links later on, next week, next episode, which will be entitled. What's next week's episode entitled? I think it's going to be. Bakar's
something.
Yeah, it's 25, and I think it's called Prince Bakar's Last Stand. So be sure to check that out. Derek will be back, and I think Amanda will be back as well, and Richard will be there as well. And
most likely.
most likely depends on if he has a date or not. Like me. Anyway.
You.
Shut up. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and if this show gave you a headache, like Rita Repulsa, take an Advil, and may the power protect you.
I have a headache!